Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a video I've been wanting to make for a while. So a little backstory. I played Rune Factory for the channel 2 months ago now, maybe? I think. I don't know when the video was released. I think it was at the start of January, so it's been about a month and a bit. And a follow-up video that I really wanted to do was a bachelorette ranking for all the wedding dresses in Rune Factory, because in later games in the series, all of the wedding dresses are unique for each character. So yeah, I spent a bunch of time grinding to like get all of the girls up to 10 romance, but then when I was doing some like research for the like wedding requirements for certain ones, I noticed that their wedding dresses looked very similar. So I was like, oh no, I had like this sinking feeling. And yeah, it turns out they actually do not do unique wedding dresses in Rune Factory. So this is actually just going to be more of a who wore it best kind of deal instead of like ranking the actual wedding dresses themselves. I still wanted to make the video because actually, like, you'd think that the ranking would be similar to my bachelorette ranking, but it's not going to be because the wedding dress is the same, it just doesn't flatter certain characters. So yeah, I'm gonna do this ranking. It's very subjective, very superfluous, so you know, let's get right into it. I'm gonna put like a bigger version of the people up on the screen for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. I have like a picture on my phone so I can look more closely at them as well, so I make sure I'm like talking about the right thing. But for that reason, we're just gonna go left to right. That way it's easier for me. But yeah, so we're gonna start with Tabitha. So, okay, straight up, I find that with the colors on the dress, there's two things that kind of make it look a little bit better. One is like the skin tone. The characters that are more like washed out and pale don't look as good in the dress because of just like the coloring. It's a white dress, so obviously that's the case. And then also the hair. So the characters that have like hair that's a little bit more like off-colored, it pops better and it like contrasts better with like the elements of the dress. So I think I really like Tabitha just because her... Oh, I put her over there. Because her skin tone's a little bit darker, so she doesn't look like washed out in the dress. The red looks really good with her hair. And because of the way her bangs are, the bangs blend with the flowers really nicely, and then the circlet is very visible because of her hair. So she looks very good in this wedding dress. And also, like, she's smiling. She's so cute and smiley in this little picture. I love her. Next is Sabrina. So Sabrina's kind of the same thing, but Sabrina doesn't really have bangs or anything, so it kind of looks like she doesn't really have hair. I don't know, wait, let me pull up the Sabrina pic so I can look at it more closely. Yeah, like, it doesn't really look like she has much hair, but she does have, like, her skin tone is good for the dress, and again, you can see the circlet, so I do like her in it as well. I love the fact that Sabrina also wears the same wedding dress. Like, it genuinely just does not change, like, no matter the character. Tori, I'm gonna be very... Guys, I was gonna say, like, none of the girls are ugly in the wedding dress. Like, nobody's gonna get super... Tori, okay, I love Tori in this dress because she's not quite pale enough that, the skin tone's an issue. And then her hair being the shade of yellow that it is. I was worried the yellow would get lost because she's so like light, you know, blue eyes, blonde hair, light skin, like she's very light. I was worried the yellow would get like lost in all of the other elements. But her hair is like just the right shade of like kind of like golden that it really like strikes a contrast with the blue and it just looks really nice. It makes her eyes pop. So yeah, like Tori is actually one of my favorites in the wedding dress. Bianca, I don't really like Bianca, guys, in the dress, which is pretty hilarious because Bianca is like my top choice of like who I want to marry. And literally this is just like completely like my issue, but for me it's like, okay, her bangs, the way her bangs come down and they look kind of like rolled, it looks like almost like it's a piece of the veil. And I don't know, it's giving poodle to me, and I just like, I don't like it. So I don't know. I think that she would have, like, because of her hair, I think that she would have benefited from like a different veil or like a different headpiece. But yeah, and also same thing, like her hair is like just the right shade of like just the right shade of blue that I feel like it just blends too much. That's also why like it looks like it's part of the veil and everything. Sharon, similarly enough, I don't like Sharon in this dress because I feel like it's so like monochrome. Like I feel like this issue was gonna happen no matter what because Sharon is very pale. But I just feel like she would have really benefited from like different colored flowers in her hair or something like that. Something that's like not white. It actually does look like Sharon has a different headpiece. It looks like she's got like a gold kind of like circlet. I think that's in her actual like design though, which is why it's there. But honestly, I think that's a good thing. I think that if she had like the full hood, it would have just gotten lost even more. So I guess there are some unique elements to each one. Lara, okay. Lara, similarly to Tori, I like Lara just, her hair is like a little bit longer. It's very straight. And it's also just like the right color of like that pinky red that it really pops and like stands out. And then like you can fully appreciate all of the elements of the dress. Because it's that color too, it matches all of like the accessory pieces as well. So it just looks very cohesive and put together. And I like it. Next is Rosetta. And like Rosetta kind of falls into like the same problem as Sharon, but like slightly less egregious. Her hair is just like slightly too pale. Like her hair and skin are just like a little too pale and it makes her look a little bit washed out. But she has the benefit over Sharon where her eyes are like kind of like this purpley red, so they pop. And then again, because they're that color, they match with like the accessories. So she just has like a little bit more cohesion happening that I appreciate. Again, like this is literally just like they designed one dress and it's just like certain characters got shafted based off their color schemes and certain characters just benefited. So next is Melody. Oh my gosh, wait, let me pull up. Okay, I'm so conflicted about Melody because I don't really like how Melody looks in this dress. I really thought that Melody had like long hair, so I don't know like why her hair is like gone. Like she's got like the two pigtails, but I feel like they just like unlike most of the other characters where you can see her hair, they just like erased it. And I feel like just like her bangs and her like tassels look kind of weird. I don't think she's like quite B tier, but I think that like I think it's like maybe the color of her hair too. It's just like it's not like Lara's where it's like it's dark enough that it pops. It's kind of like it kind of like blends. And I think that's not as much of a vibe. I don't know. That's my problem though. That's not your problem, Melody. Lynette, I really like Lynette in the wedding dress. This is also like literally the only time we see her out of her eye patch. She's kind of that middle ground between Lara and Melody where her hair is like a little bit darker, so it kind of pops, but it also like it's not like quite as distinctive, but I do like that like her face is showing. I really like how they did her hair. So yeah, she gets that. Mist, like, oh, see, like that's the thing. Mist falls same thing as Sharon and Rosetta. It's literally just like the poor white-haired girlies that like get stuck just like looking not the best. Mist's eyes aren't even open, so she doesn't even get like the color from her eyes to come out because her eyes are blue, so it would be the same thing as Rosetta where it kind of gives her like this like cohesion in the outfit. But let's just pretend her eyes are open and she's like, you know, then she gets to be there. May, oh guys, I love May. And I genuinely think like genuinely it is so funny that they like designed a dress that like fits really well with like the like dark hair characters, dark skinned characters, when there's all of like 3 dark skinned characters in the game and everybody else is like very fair, very blonde, very like, you know. And then like they picked like red, blue and pink like elements when all of like so many of the characters who are very pale, very fair, very this have like pink hair, blue hair, you know? So it just like, I feel like who is this? Like, did they design the dress for like Tabitha and then just like, you know, and then everybody else just got stuck with it? Because like, same thing with like Felicity. Like, I feel like Felicity, like May, just the darker hair, like the darker hair just like makes the look. Like, it gives you enough of like the, like pronounce, it's, like, bleh, you're like, she's like, it's like, hello, I'm here. Like, whereas with Sharon, it's just like, oh, there you are, you know? So, yeah. Like I said, nobody looks bad. That's the thing. Nobody looks bad. It's just 100% this design flatters certain characters rather than others. I honestly think that even like Lynette could potentially be an A tier, but it's just like, I like getting to see her face, which bumps her up, but she kind of falls into the same issue with like the hair color. Like literally, as you can see, like all of the characters that I believe look best in the dress, either have dark hair or darker skin, because that's what this design needed. It needed that pop. But yeah, this was fun for me. I was so sad. I invested so many hours into trying to get all of the wedding events, only to realize they all had the same wedding dress. I literally made this video out of spite, because I was like, I'm freaking talking about these wedding dresses, whether anybody wants me to or not, because I spent so much time. So yeah, I'm excited to get to Rune Factory 2, because everybody has unique wedding dresses in that one, and we can actually do a real wedding dress ranking. But yeah, let me know who your favorite Bachelorette is in Rune Factory 1, and let me know who your favorite character in like the wedding dress is different, because I'm really curious. Because out of like this 5 or 6 that are up here, like the only 2 that I like considered marrying were May and Tabitha. The other 4 I was very like meh on. Like Sharon literally was like one of my favorites that I wanted to marry, and Bianca was my favorite to marry, and they're both like my lowest rating. So yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, this has been the video for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.